welcome to day number 34. I just left Cooke City, hiking up the hill, and very excited to have two friends with me right now. They're up ahead. Really excited to have Scott and Dave along. So far for the trip, I've done 390 miles, and the plan for today is to climb up out of Cooke and then find a nice, cool place to camp, probably along the Stillwater River. So, welcome back to the trail.
Fucking later, and then the second time, there's a miner. He like came at me, and then I fucking like started yelling at him, and he ran to call it off, and nobody needs to be wearing, or you know, whatever. So, and that was the thing too. It's just like.
Good evening. Just wrapping up day number 34. It's real buggy. It's dark, so I'm in the tent. It was a great day. Hung out with Dave and Scott. It's really good to have people along. We did 15 miles and saw two bears today. Camped along the Stillwater River, and tomorrow we go up to Lake Plateau. So looking forward to that. See you tomorrow. Good morning. It is day number 35. Still super buggy, but things are good. Slept really good last night. It's good to have some other people in camp. So far for the trip, I have done 405 miles. Plan for today is to get up to Lake Plateau. So it'll be a big climb, but I don't think we have a ton of miles. It might be like 10, and then we'll start looking for a campsite up top. All of us are super excited to be up on the plateau, and I'm looking forward to seeing this end of it. I've seen the western side, but not the eastern side. So that's the plan, and should be a good day.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Good evening. Just wrapping up day number 35. 1 week to go, which is super exciting. Today was fantastic. We did a big climb up to almost to Lake Plateau. We got another 500 feet to go tomorrow. We're currently camped at Jordan Lake, which is behind me here. And got a lot of rain this afternoon, so we were just kind of hunkered down beneath the trees for a while. But we had a good weather window, had a fire. It's sprinkling a little bit right now, but overall, great day, great evening, and we're going to rest up, and then tomorrow climb up over Jordan Pass to get to Lake Plateau. Good morning, and welcome to day number 36. So far for the trip, I've done 414 miles. The plan for today is to leave Jordan Lake and go up and over Jordan Pass. And then as soon as we get into Lake Plateau, we're going to start looking for a cool campsite. So probably be a pretty short day, afternoon of relaxation and drying out our gear after all the rain yesterday, but we're looking forward to it. Looks like we got a clear day ahead of us, and should be a good day to get into the plateau and do a little exploration and a little relaxation. Just hanging out at Owl Lake. View is good. Bugs are bad, but it's a nice, relaxing afternoon. Good evening. Just wrapping up day number 36. I camped at Owl Lake. You can see lake right behind me. Super easy day. We only went 5 miles up and over Logan Pass, down to Wounded Man Lake, and then over to Owl Lake. So probably not even 5. Kind of dodged thunderstorms this afternoon, but just sat out on a beautiful rock and just looked at the beautiful scenery for most of the afternoon. And then when it was raining, we hung out in our tents. And it's early. It's just about 7, and it's kind of storming right now, so we're all kind of hunkered down in our tents. But I popped out real quick, and I'm gonna jump back in my tent and get cozy and read a little bit. But things are going good, and got 6 days left of the trip. Welcome to day number 37. So far for the trip, I've done 419 miles. Plan for today is same as yesterday, like 5 miles, super chill. We're gonna go lake to lake to lake, find a nice lake to relax on this afternoon, and then tomorrow we'll head out off the plateau. But for today, another chill day, and hopefully no afternoon thunderstorms, because we've had 2 days of those in a row. So talk to you soon. A little bit buggy. Good evening. Just wrapping up day number 37 here at Mirror Lake. Really, this was the most chill day of the trip. We did just like 3 miles. We had 2 miles on trail, and then went off trail and hopped over this little ridge, and then popped down to Mirror Lake, where we are right now. And it's beautiful. It's even got a little bit of a reflection on it right now. Beautiful place to be. We really we got here like noon, so we spent the whole afternoon getting attacked by bugs. It's been super buggy, but it's been great. You know, we're up at 9,700 feet, beautiful scenery, lots of good snacks. And tomorrow, Scott and Dave are jumping off trail, so we got like 10 miles to get to the Boulder Road, and at that point those guys will get a ride back to Livingston, and I'll get a resupply from Katie and another friend. So excited for that. And then just 4 days left to go after that, so down to the final stretch here, and I'll be back on my own starting about, I don't know, 1 or 2 tomorrow. So talk to you then. Good morning. It is day number 38. So far for the trip, we've done 421 miles. The plan for today is to resupply. So 11 miles from here to Upside Down Trailhead, where we're going to meet up with Katie for resupply, and then I'll do another 4 miles up Bridge Creek for the day. All right, walking down the Boulder River Road. Just came down from the mountain behind us. Lots of switchbacks. Now I'm just cruising down the Boulder River Road.
Final resupply is done, thanks to Katie and Mary Klein, and Scott and Dave jumped on the truck, so they're heading back to Livingston, back to work tomorrow, and I am just heading into the final stretch. So got 4 days left, 4 nights, and if all goes well, I'll be rolling into Livingston Saturday afternoon. This morning, came down from over there and did a little extra today because I just couldn't find a good site. So tomorrow originally was going to be 2 big climbs, and so I'm working on one of them right now. So it's hard right now, but it's making tomorrow a little bit easier, and it's gorgeous. But hopefully I can find a place to camp with some good water in the next couple hours here.
Good evening, on my own and just wrapping up day number 38. It was a beautiful day. When we still had the 3 of us, when Dave and Scott were here, we did 10 miles, dropped down to the Boulder River Road, which was smooth sailing, really fast, good trail, great switchbacks. Got there at about 11:30, and just moments after we got there, Katie and a friend of ours, Mary Klein, showed up and made our day. They brought resupply for me, so I have food for the next 4 days, and they scooped up Scott and Dave to bring them back to Livingston. So that was a total success. Huge thank you to Katie, huge thank you to Mary Klein. Really appreciate you guys supporting this trip. Couldn't do it without you, 100%. After that, I took a brief break to digest all the delicious food that Katie had brought. She brought like this homemade potato salad, and we had a beer, and it was just awesome. Had a Snickers bar, had a soda, etc. I walked south on Boulder River Road for about a mile, and then I came to the Bridge Creek trailhead, and I walked up the Bridge Creek trailhead for about a little over 4 miles. And the original plan for the day was to camp at that junction, but as I'm finding throughout this whole entire trip, I just have this like incorrect image in my head of backpackers all over the world getting to junctions and being like, oh cool, let's do a little camp right here, but the terrain just doesn't suit that. It was steep, trees everywhere, so I decided to push on, which ultimately I think is good, because I'm up at about 9,200 feet right now. So I did most of a climb that I would have had to do tomorrow, so I don't have to do that climb now, so I'll save my legs a little bit in the morning for Silver Pass, which is the big climb for tomorrow. So things are good. I'm camped in a really cool basin called Coyote Basin. There's a little bit of thunderstorm action going on right now. Little tentative being by myself again, honestly, like so comfortable being with those guys, and having somebody to talk to, and having 2 other people making noise, and being bear prepared, etc. So kind of got to get back in the swing of it, because I got 4 more nights of this. So I'm gonna have dinner and try to get lots of rest today, because I got a big day tomorrow to get from here to Crystal Caves. So talk to you tomorrow.